across 3,000 yards for the
as it'll be the New England Patriots and the London Monarchs. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Goff. On target to his man, Likely. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Throwing again is Goff. He'll go underneath here to Stevenson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he can't escape, and down he goes. We'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the 1st, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Now the rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week. 13 carries, 57 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
Now Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they just continue to march the ball down the field here through the air, Charles. He is now 6 of 6 throwing the football.
And it would help the defense if he was just throwing it to one guy because you could, marshal some forces over there. But the way he's spreading it around, he's hitting them at all angles right now, making it very, very difficult.
Goff's throws on target to Likely. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Out of the gun, Goff. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Stevenson is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. 3.5 to go, first quarter. Now it's Jackson. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. But now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking a fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 11 carries, 69 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Malik Collins able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson under pressure. They got him again. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 20. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Patriots take over. Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
2nd and 10, Goff again. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. There's Goff. throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run over center with Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Another run with Mitchell. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. 3rd and 5 as they've got it as we resume action. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. Up to the 20.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Goff now looks to throw. He connects with Hyatt. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Play action. Now Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson options out left. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Mitchell now off the option. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Throwing is Jackson. Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Monarchs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A 10-play drive that time. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. New England trying to get a place on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Gone. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Patriots 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered, and then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now it's Goff. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Here's Goff. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air again, Goff. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now Goff on first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also into field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Goff. Right back to Chris Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Here now, 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Goff. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Goff, and it's intercepted at the goal line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. Kenneth Walker with a couple of touchdowns there. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. 3 Tua Tagovailoa touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Romeo Doubs, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Now this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Jackson to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
That's taken on the 25. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. And they'll run the toss here with Stevenson. Oh, look at the juke. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Off play action. Here's Goff. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Chris Godwin, 51 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This taken in right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Jackson now. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. 1st down, here's Mitchell. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 4. On the option right is Jackson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half. And that trend is continuing here.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Now it's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Mitchell trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Jackson going to run, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out, and his guys are going to take the lead. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Goff now looks to throw. Setting up a screen for Stevenson.
And he goes out right around the 39.
This is certainly not what this offense wants to see. That's Chris Godwin shaken up following that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now 2nd and 9.
Here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Kayvon Thibodeau with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for New England. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. London about set to take over on offense. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Pats are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. After the interception, here's Goff. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 28 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Ramondre Stevenson from 6 yards away. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot. But nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. An option give now to Mitchell.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10. On the draw, here's Mitchell. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Monarchs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
New England's offense set to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
A give for Stevenson, running right.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. The offense on third down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return.
London about set to take over on offense.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 3rd down, Jackson.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive.
They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for him there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Goff. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of
plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. That one finds Hyatt.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. This is caught. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line.
Here now, 2nd and goal. They'll run with Stevenson.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here's Goff. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So a big sack for a loss of 4. It brings up 4th and goal. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Touchdown, Patriots! Josh Reynolds, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. London about set to take over on offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Throwing, Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of the first after a gain of about 9. Right back to Mitchell on second down. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
A 42-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Londoners, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3, and they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's going to all